is done. Right side up. So center this first, however you want to center it. And there are two ways to attach it. And you probably have just enough flaps here. Maybe. That we can just stick a little bit of clay from the pot itself. And that's it. So this way you can see it. And then, depending which side you want to fall into which, I usually prefer that this falls into the bottom part. So it's easier to cut, really. But you could cut it this way too. You could cut it from up here, or you can cut it here. The reason why I like to do the bottom is that you can point your knife down a little. So at first I'll just make a line and then slowly point it in.
Nice.
Okay, so what happens next?
What happens next is we're going to clean this edge. So now from the knife there's a little flap there, so I'll take that out. Flatten this a little.
I
Joanne.
know. I know, I was like,
Oh, that looks good.
They look delicious, right?
it's like just the right softness.
Yeah. Compress that a little bit. And then turn this and use this as your, and now,
Ah, nice belly button.
yeah,
Cute.
so
Belly
there's
button.
no crinkling there. Oh, I'm so lucky, it just fits. Because the knob could be too high and then you'd be in trouble. So I'll trim this a little. Because it doesn't need to be this tall. And trim this a little. Clean off. And now you can also see how it's kind of sticky inside still, because the outside has dried but the inside hasn't. So it's much softer inside. And then you can start fitting this in. So oftentimes, like you can see, it's a little, it's not really fitting yet. So I'm gonna go back and trim this first. A little more.
Your next sugar bowl should be this way.
Pardon?
Your next sugar bowl should be this way. At least that's the other.
So now I can take from here. This is still quite thick here, so this can be thinned out.
I'm not sure if you could get the rest of
trim that. So if this feels snug still, I'll take a tiny bit more, just a tiny bit here. And we just found a piece of sponge. We'll leave alone.
Piece of sponge.
Yeah, might be my sponge. So now it has a little bit of, it's not so tight that when they dry, if they dry a little differently, that it would get stuck in there. And then to release this, point the pin tool in here. And up it comes, maybe. Did it too good of a job here. Okay. Are you kidding me? Okay. It was a little soft, a little moist underneath. So then, now you can see or feel really if there's not a whole lot here. It feels pretty even, all this. The bottom is actually thicker than I expected. So I could trim a foot on it if I wanted to. Around it. And then I'll trim this a little bit, just to clean it.
Is that a new tool you fancy?
This is a new tool that was in the offerings of
Yes,
the.
yes, the dollar box.
Yep, and I am in love.
Yes, that's usually everyone's throwaway tool. Well, it's a little different, right?
This is a Dolan tool.
Yeah.
I don't like them,
Right, right.
but this is sharp. And then I can take a little bit off here.
Do you use just a regular knife sharpener and sharpen these trimming tools?
I don't sharpen them.
I'm just wondering whether you
They'll
would.
sharpen them for free if you send them back to them. Which sounds like a tremendous hassle.
I was just gonna
Right.
say, which is
Really?
out of the question.
I know, right? Like just, you know, shipping $15, tool $8.
I've heard people sharpen their tools.
I was
I mean,
never
like,
able
if it doesn't
to.
work, you can
The
they
sharpening
never.
stuff?
Yeah, yeah, just send one of the knife sharpeners.
Goes back and burns
You know what's the best knife sharpener?
What?
A base of a porcelain bowl, like running
Yeah.
along the foot. But it has to be porcelain.
Porcelain, yeah.
It really works. Okay. Let's see what happens. So pretty. So now, because of the smudges on the inside, I'm not really going to do much about them just
Yeah.
yet. They're just
Yeah,
too,
later. when
too
it's dry.
soft.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Say cheese.
Cheese. And are you still gonna